encounters with getting fucking hurt at metal shows. Let's see, I got 2 stories. One's gonna be okay, like not as like terrifying as the second one, but the first one, I was 15 years old. I went to go watch 6 Feet Under. It was here in hometown in Callan, and I was young and I really wanted to be like up in front. Nowadays I'm kind of like, I'll be cool with not going all the way up there, but back then I was determined to be like literally like right there, like in front of the bands and stuff. And so as I'm straight up in the front, like right by the railing, 6 Feet Under all of a sudden just comes out and starts kicking in. And this wave of humongous bodies, I'm a small guy, so at 15 I was even smaller, just freaking tidal waved my ass against the rail. And I was literally like hanging over like, I couldn't even like see what was going on because I was trying to like catch my breath that was getting pressed out of my lungs. And yeah, the entire time I'm trying to like be all cool, like this is awesome, and my guts are getting like pushed out of my butthole. And yeah, I couldn't hack it anymore. Like I was kidding myself the entire time. While everyone's, you know, enjoying the show, I'm there like trying to be like, yeah, this is cool, and I couldn't do it, man. So security saw that I was starting to turn red, and I was literally getting crushed. So I remember they got me by the shoulders, and I was just like stuck, like I can't get out because people were just there cramming up against me. And eventually, like people like gave me some space and relieved some of that pressure. And there you go, you just see this big old dude lift this little guy out, and I was like, all right, get out of here. And yeah, so I went to the back and enjoyed it without, dying. But my second story, this one is a little bit more for the books. Again, I was a teenager. I was 17 years old, I believe, and I was at a small metal show that was going on here in the Valley in Edinburgh, Texas. And it was a band from Houston, I believe, and they were called Condemned. They were an old school death metal band. There's a bunch of like Condemned named bands out there, but this one was from Houston, straight up death metal band. And I was there watching them going off to the music, and I decided to get into the pit. And as I'm in there, I'm doing my little thing. My little 17-year-old arms are trying to push these huge dudes. And I'll never forget that I pushed this one guy to the left of me, and as I was turning this way, just right at the perfect moment, the back of this dude's head just boom, like smashed. Like I was literally like this, and I just got pressed like that. And I remember it was like the hardest hit I've ever felt in my life to this day. And I just felt like that crack noise in the back of my head, like it pushed me so far or so hard that like I just heard it like boom, like holy shit, that was hard. And I remember I was just kind of like, fuck, and I was kind of like shaking it off because I saw like little like lights. I was like, so I guess I got my bell rung, and yeah, it was definitely not good because I knew my nose was gonna look fucked up. And here's the thing, I went to the restroom and I'm checking out my nose, and I can see like this like divot like right here, just like it was like an open hole, and it was bleeding, and I was getting like that really rough sandpapery paper towel stuff that you dry your hands with, and I'm there trying to like stop it. I'm like, oh, this stuff stings, it was just like hurting. And so I go outside. Well, as I'm outside, I'm just chilling, trying to like stop the bleeding, and not realizing if I had a concussion or whatnot, right? I'm just there kind of like, ugh. But just so happened that another friend of mine from school was there, and the first thing out of her mouth, and I completely forgot about it at that moment because I wasn't thinking. All I was thinking about was that my face was hurting. She looks at me and she goes, "Chris, tomorrow's prom." And yeah, that's a plot twist there. I had no idea that, well, no, I knew, right? But at that moment I had no idea that like I was supposed to go to prom the next day, which I had a date and everything for. And as soon as she said that, I was like, oh my God, this is not gonna be good, man. And sure enough, I went home, had to rest because I didn't know what was gonna be on my face tomorrow, the next day in the morning. So I had a frozen bag of peas, like very cliche, but that's all I had. So I was there like just like hoping like, please don't look all fucked up, please don't look fucked up. And I went to sleep. The next day I woke up, went to the restroom, and my nose was like fixed. It was like so fat. and my eye sockets were like purple, they were like gray, it looked like rigor mortis was just chilling in there. And I'm like, oh my god. So I basically was fucked. I had to tell my sister, like, to ask her for help, and she saw my face and just shook her head and was just like, you are stupid. I'm like, well, what can I say, right? So we had to put makeup on my face, so I literally had like concealer or foundation, whatever that stuff is that that the females and whoever uses. I don't know what it's called, but anyway, I had makeup on my face, and you could definitely tell that it was makeup because my nose was so fat and like it didn't match my skin tone. But better than having like purple zombie eyes, right? And it sucks because I don't really have too many pictures of that. I do have one. It's with my grandma. So we'll probably insert that now. And yeah, I literally had to go pick up my date and explain to her parents, because as soon as they opened the door, they're like, you alright? I'm like, well, to be honest, I went to a metal show last night and I got a little roughed up and this was the outcome. And they were like, whatever. I went to prom, everyone saw me, and they were just like, hey, that's metal. I'm like, alright, cool. Took my pictures and enjoyed the rest of the night, and yeah, that was pretty much one of my worst injuries at an early age, at the worst time possible, right before prom.